Hey guys, welcome to B.A.S.H Sports. As you guys might know, the Euros are coming up in a few days, so we're going to give our predictions for it. The Euros in general are pretty competitive, but this one is probably the most competitive in a long time. This is our second soccer video. The first one is about the controversial European Super League. It's a great video, so I advise you guys to go check it out. Without further ado, let's get started. In Group A, we got Italy in first place, followed by Turkey in second place. Italy is an easy one to choose with players like Immobile, Insigne, Jorginho, and more. Choosing Turkey was harder, but they do have quality players like Soyuncu and Çalhanoğlu. We got Wales in third place. In Group B, we have Belgium in first place, followed by Denmark. Belgium is another easy team to choose, with them also being one of the favorites to win the Euros, having players like De Bruyne, Lukaku, and the Hazard brothers. Denmark is also good enough to make it to the playoffs, with players like Christian Eriksen and Martin Braithwaite. We got Russia in third place. In Group C, we got the Netherlands in first place, followed by Austria in second place. Netherlands have players like Frankie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, Memphis Depay, and other quality players at all positions. Austria are going to be carried by Marcel Sabitzer and David Alaba into the playoffs. We got Ukraine in third place. In first place, we have England, followed by Croatia in second place. England is another favorite to win the Euros, with players like Kane, Mason Mount, Sterling, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, and more. Croatia made it to the 2018 World Cup Finals, and they still have a decent team with Modric, Rakitic, and Kovacic. We got Scotland in third place. In first place, we got Spain, followed by Poland in second place. Spain is a really good team, not elite yet, but still a really good team, with players like Sergio Busquets, Alvaro Morata, Gerard Moreno, and Aymeric Laporte. Poland are probably going to be carried by Lewandowski and Zielinski into the playoffs. We got Sweden in third place. Finally, Group F, the group of death. We got France in first place, followed by Germany in second place. Because this is the group of death, this is probably the hardest one to predict, and Portugal can just as easily slide in. But France and Germany are more well-rounded teams. France, who we believe to be the favorite to win the Euros, have a tremendous squad with Griezmann, Mbappe, Kanté, Pogba, Varane, and more. Germany similarly have a tremendous squad with Sané, Gnabry, Müller, Gundogan, Kroos, and more. We got Portugal in third place. The third place teams that we believe will make it to the playoffs are Portugal, Scotland, Ukraine, and Sweden. So in the first round of the playoffs, we start out with Belgium versus Portugal. We believe Belgium will win 3-2. We start out the playoffs with a bang, with both of these teams good enough to make it, but we just believe Belgium is just slightly a better team. The second game in the round of 16 is Italy versus Austria, and we have Italy winning 2-0. This is kind of an easy game to predict, because Italy is a much better team than Austria. The third game is France versus Ukraine, with France winning 3-0. This is just an easier game to choose because France have a much better squad than Ukraine. Our fourth game, we have Croatia versus Poland, with Croatia winning 1-0. We think this is going to be such a tight game, and it's the one goal difference that lets Croatia move on. Our fifth game is Spain versus Scotland, with Spain winning 2-1. On paper, this should be an easy win for Spain, but we believe that Scotland will put up a good fight with players like Kieran Tierney, Scott McTominay, and Andrew Robertson. Our sixth game, we have England versus Germany. This is another really good game, but we believe that England wins 2-2 and goes through on penalties. Again, like I just said, both of these teams are really good with well-rounded squads, but England has the slight advantage. Our seventh game is Netherlands versus Sweden, and we got Netherlands winning 2-0. This is a relatively comfortable game for Netherlands, with them having a better squad than Sweden. And the last and eighth game of the round of 16, we have Turkey versus Denmark, and we got Turkey edging Denmark 1-0 in a very competitive game. Moving on to round 2, we start out with Belgium versus Italy, and we got Belgium winning 3-1. Our second game in the quarterfinals is a replay of the 2018 World Cup final, which is France versus Croatia. We got France winning this 2-0. France just have a much better squad than Croatia. Croatia's squad has declined since the 2018 World Cup, while France's squad has improved. So we believe that it's going to be the same outcome with France winning. The next game, a really tight game, is England versus Spain. Both of these teams are really good, but like I said before, Spain is an elite team this year. They're a great team, but not an elite team. So we got England edging them 2-1 and moving on to the semifinals. Then to wrap up the quarterfinals, we got Netherlands versus Turkey, with Netherlands winning 2-0 again in a relatively comfortable game. Now moving on to the semifinals, we have Belgium versus France, and two teams who are favorites to win this. And we got France slightly edging out Belgium 3-2. The next game to wrap up the semifinals is England versus Netherlands. England are the much better team here, but we believe that Netherlands will put up a fight, but not tough enough, and England move on to the finals of the Euros. Now on to the Euro 2020 finals. We have France versus England, and we got France barely winning 4-3 on extra time, and we got none other than Kylian Mbappe be man of the match. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. We had France winning Euro 2020, but put in the comments down below who you guys think is going to win the Euros. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.